Welcome to another Monday with Luciana. I love to be here with you. And today I have a special dream to share with you. As you all know, one of my greatest passions is to write books. So I love to write books, is my passion, and to share with you what I've been learning with the journey with my horses. In one of my books, Jump for My Dreams, which I say, I'm born in the saddle of a horse. So I was even not born, and I was already riding a horse in my mother's belly. And that's why I have this passion for the horses already started before even I'm born. So today we are going to talk about something that we deal every day in our lives, the obstacle. I have asked you a question if you have problems with the last fence. Some weeks ago we did a live on the last fence. But before the last fence, we need to realize if we have an obstacle in our lives and what an obstacle means for you. In my new book, which I am just writing right now in 5 languages, I got some lessons I learned from my horses about challenges, difficulties, also a lot of joy, obstacles. And with all my horses, I learned something special. But I also learned with the obstacles. So I'm going to talk to the obstacles in my new book. And what that means, look at this. We are here. Could be an obstacle for us, right? He can be small if we go up, and we give another dimension for this obstacle if we see it as an obstacle. But we can look down here and say, oh, this is a big obstacle. How I am going to jump that obstacle? So we can find solutions to go through our obstacles in life. And that's what I want to share with all of you in my new book. How can we overcome obstacles? How can we jump over obstacles? And the first step for this is to ask, do we have a problem in our life? Do you have a problem in your life? Something that you want to jump over, something that you want to resolve and then finish? Do you have the last fence obstacle as a problem in your life? How do you feel about it? As our question, as we did now today and yesterday, I could see a lot of people has problems with the last fence. And also, how do you deal with that? I also realized some of you get tense, you get nervous. The last fence is coming. What can I do? So when you start thinking that the last fence is not an obstacle in your life, it's just another fence of your course, and you take that as one more fence, and then you imagine, as we spoke to you some weeks ago, that the last fence is maybe before the last fence, then you start putting this obstacle as far away. Do you remember how we did this? So when you have a last obstacle problem, like I had for a while, I always have to see, okay, there's one more fence after that. So I take that pressure off my mind, how to deal with the last fence, and it becomes maybe before the last fence. It's the same about obstacles in life. So do you have a problem? What do you want to solve? Because if you don't solve your problem, the problem is going to start like staying in your life and repeating constantly. So you say, oh, why these things happening again? It's the same thing again. It's because you did not yet solve the problem in your life. So I want to jump 1.20 meter course, and I don't know how to do it because I'm just jumping 1 meter. How can I pass to the 120? So you should put that as a problem in your life. How can I jump this 1.20 meter course as an obstacle? It's going to stay an obstacle. But if you say and you change your mind and say, this is a butterfly mindset, I can jump the 1.20 meter course in 2 weeks or in 3 weeks because I'm going to train for this. I'm going to train 1.20 meter course. I'm going to get my confidence. This obstacle is going to disappear. Do you get it, what I'm telling you? Say yes or no. Yes? how to deal with the obstacles. It starts solving them. Yes, thank you. Start solving them. Start thinking about, do I have a problem? How can I jump over bigger fences? How can I jump clear over the last fence? And then this obstacle will disappear because the solution is only inside you. And that's what I write in my book. So this chapter about obstacles, do you talk to the obstacles in your life? They make you happy or they can frustrate you. Can you imagine you're clear around in the jump off the fastest time and you have the last fence down. So you get frustrated, you get that emotion, and you know that our thoughts, they make the way we feel. So our thoughts is the way our emotions are. So we are what we think. So can you imagine that feeling of coming and you can win that class? Last fence down? It's just an obstacle that we have just to jump. So I would like to share with you, and also you share with me, what are your obstacles in life with your horses? What do you want to overcome? What do you want to get better? If there are some obstacles, then I can help you. I would love to make a live with one of you next week and talk about your obstacles in life. Because there are many ways of finding solutions. There's always a solution for everything. I can share with you some pages of my book about obstacles, about last obstacles, and also how to solve them, that they don't become always coming back on your life. All the solutions are here inside you, and we can find a solution for everything here and now. You can start already working on them, and then you can overcome your obstacles that they don't disturb us anymore. And then you reconnect yourself with your really biggest energy, that you don't have that trouble anymore. This is so great. It's such a great feeling. For next week, I would like to invite you to share with me your obstacles and to see if one of you wants to do a live with me, and we're going to discuss your obstacle, how to solve that problem that maybe even doesn't exist. So we're going to analyze that, we're going to work together, and I would love to hear your opinion about the drawings of my book, because the book is going to be an artist book. Not only what I learned with my horses, it's going to be an artist book. So for every page, for every time, I am choosing to write on that book, the horses, they inspire me. It's going to be a very beautiful illustration. I'm going to share with you some of them. If you have ideas, you can send it to me, because this is our book. We're going to write it together. And that's why it's going to be a great book. The only thing that we have in our power is to stop our troubles, our obstacles, solve them, jump over them, and everything depends on the dimension you give to that obstacle. Look at this. This one looks a big obstacle. But if I go there and I get closer to it, then it's already becoming a smaller one. So again, jump for your dreams, solve your problems. I'm gonna really be there with you next week talking about one of them. And together we are going to find solutions for your obstacles. Share everything you want. Also, click in the drawings you like, and we're gonna write this book together. So I hope to see you next week on the live. Send your story to me, something you want to talk, and then we're gonna be together again, solving your obstacle that can be the obstacle for many other riders. Like this, we can help much more people together by sharing. So I hope to see you next week, and I wish you all a wonderful week. Bye. Goodbye.